welcome back to another episode of Raven Television. My name is Raya Dukowitz.
And my name is Chris Doyle.
So, what do we have in store today, Chris?
For our first segment, we're going to be looking at Mr. Shepard's High School Specialist Construction Major.
The program that I'm teaching is called the Specialist High Skills Major in Construction. This is just one of the many sectors that is represented with the SHSM. There's many other sectors, manufacturing, transportation, but the one that I'm teaching is specifically to the construction industry. The specialist comes with a focus specifically to the credits that the students are going to be earning. They're tied pretty much directly to the construction industry. There are activities they do within the major subjects such as math, English, science that are tied directly to construction. They're going to be getting their certification in first aid, CPR, level C, and in working at heights, which is a mandatory requirement all across Ontario. If you're working on a construction site anywhere in the province, you must have working at heights. And that's a real plus for students who are looking for a job. There's something right away that an employer doesn't have to shell out money for to train, so it's already been done. So that's just one of the many things that we offer the kids. Yeah, this program really appeals to all three pathways. If the student has decided that they're not going to enter post-secondary education, there's lots of students who are that way. They just want to be a laborer, they want to get out there, and they want to make some money. They can leave high school right away and get a job that is going to pay them reasonably well. I've had contractors contact me wanting to know if I have kids who would be able to hire as laborers at like $25 an hour right out of high school. The construction field is wide open. They can enter actual construction. They can get into engineering if they wanted to choose that pathway. Again, getting back to the pathways, so they could go university college. They could get into any kind of concrete finishing, rebar, stick building, framing structures, roofing, plumbing, electrical, all the finishing trades such as drywall and finished carpentry. Like there's so many opportunities for kids to expand their knowledge and specialize. We do sheds. We build sheds right here in the classroom, right here at the school, and we hit all the major points of building construction as far as building a structure to code in Ontario. So we build all the sheds we built are built to Ontario Building Code. We use modern techniques and installation procedures to build and create these structures, and they're delivered to the customer after they're completed. And I think, in my experience, doing this for the number of years that I have, women bring another skill set to the table that sometimes the males struggle with, such as seeing long-range planning, layout techniques, that type of thing. They really seem to excel in that environment. And so I get them doing the same things that the other male students are doing. There's no differentiation. And to be quite honest, we need more people coming into the trades, and that includes women. If we don't tap into that resource, and there's many capable women out there that can do this job. It is a physical job, but they're more than capable to be able to do it. So we need that influx of people into the trades, male or female. It doesn't matter. We just need people, and women bring an added skill set to the trades that are really needed. The market is wide open. The Conference Board of Canada did a survey a couple of years ago that they did a survey of all the state of employment in the industries in Canada, and they found that over the next 10 years they're going to need at least 1 million skilled workers to replace those people that are retiring and leaving their trades. So we are desperate for people to enter the workforce, and it's your pick. You can just pretty much pick the place you want to work, because the opportunities are absolutely everywhere in most of the trades. Yeah.
I'm in the construction engineering program, and we're working on the shed right now for Mr. Manderville, like working at heights training and how to use a hand tool safely for you don't hurt no one, like knowing how to do everything to do the job outside of here, like how to build things. I just want to go straight to the workforce. Yeah, like welding and carpentry are my main two. I think it's gonna be really opening because they're always gonna need the jobs out there.
Right now we're building a garage for Mr. Manderville. We're making canoe racks and stuff inside of it. Right now we have scaffolding set up as well, so we can work on the roof. Before it was just going to be like a normal garage for like a lawnmower or something, but now it's for canoes, lawnmower, stuff like that. We're learning how to use the saws and everything like that. We're also learning measurements, how to do angled cuts, stuff like that really. Like even an inch off can affect a whole building. You have to take a test for every machine in the class, then you also have to take a safety test to get a little certificate, and then you're allowed to work in the shop. People can lose fingers, hands, arms, toes, everything. Well, usually we'll work with 2 other people, and that's kind of our little group. We'll all be assigned a little task, and then once we're all done our tasks, it all comes together to build the shed up bigger and stronger, really.
That's amazing. Now, Rhea, what do we have up next?
Well, Chris, up next, we are going to take a look at our lacrosse team. And guess what? For the first time ever, we actually have an all-girls lacrosse team. Let's take a look.
A typical practice here at the Dome, we usually just do a couple drills and then play a little scrimmage at the end if we have time.
So it's not contact, so we have a lot less equipment than the guys. We don't have the helmets or the padding or anything. We do have mouth guards, and you can get goggles if you want, just to protect your eyes kind of, but we don't really have the whole deal that the guys lacrosse has.
So for the defense, we have to make like a semicircle around the net to protect the goalie and help out with that. And then the offense has to try to cut in front of the defense because they can't shoot if the defense are in the way. So we just work on stuff like that.
Well, usually we try and score for the 2 bottom corners or maybe the top 2. It really depends what side you're shooting the ball from.
We do a lot of passing drills, 2-on-2s, 1-on-1s, just kind of stuff we'd use in a regular game. Really important if you're midfield and stuff like that, you gotta do running to be up at the net and then back at defense to be covering. We have soccer, rugby. We have those are mainly our outdoor sports. We've done really well. The girls for hockey went to OFSA, and we did pretty decent there.
I've been playing field lacrosse for 3 years. I played my first 2 years on the boys co-ed team, and then this year is the 3rd year on the girls team. Girls field lacrosse is a lot more technical. If you hit a certain way, then it's bad. It doesn't count. But guys, you can knock someone over and be totally fine with it. Right now we're working on shooting and passing and catching, just the basic stuff because we've never had a girls team before. After high school, I'm going to Loyalist and I'm going to take pre-health, and then after that I'm deciding if I want to go into the paramedic program or if I want to go into physiotherapy.
Good. Watch the shot!
I've been playing for about 4 years now, but this year I'm just playing for the school.
This is my first year playing.
So for field, it's really about possession, having the ball, and for box, you got your shot clock, so you gotta, as quick as you can, kind of get down, get the shot off before the buzzer goes.
Typical practice, we get here, we do 2 laps around the half, and then we do our stretches, and then our coach usually explains what we do after.
You just kind of always got to be aware of where the ball is, and because the rule, it's 6 feet, 6-9 feet to get hit, so you got to know your surroundings, know who's around, where your men are, so if you get the ball and you're in trouble, get the pass off or the shot, depending on where you are.
When I first got to high school, was my first year ever playing Field Lacrosse, and right now, currently, I play for the Eastside Secondary School in Belleville, Ontario.
My name's Luke Mayfield. I've played field since about grade 7. I started playing box a year ago, so right now I play for the Eastside Ravens, and then I also play at Ottawa team, the Ottawa Capitals.
So I first started playing high school lacrosse here at Eastside Secondary 4 years ago. Same with Eli. That was my first year ever playing lacrosse.
Yeah, so typical practice, we usually start off with some shuttles, so just getting the sticks warm, passing it back and forth. And then we usually probably move into some loose balls, getting some groundwork, getting a little bit of contact in.
So in box, there's a 30-second shot clock, and so you either have 30 seconds to hit the net or make contact with the goalie, like with the ball, before that clock runs out, or else it's a turnover to the other team. In field lacrosse, I believe they implemented I think it's a 70-second shot clock at college level. I haven't seen it in high school level yet, but I'm not sure if they'll implement it this year yet. I guess we'll have to see until our first tournament.
My name is Victor Tababanang. I'm the assistant coach. And we just started. This is the first girls team that we had so far. And so far it's going really well. Girls lacrosse, they have different sticks. That's the biggest thing. And there's no body contact at all. They don't wear any equipment at all, just some goggles to protect their eyes. And that's about it. So there's a lot of rules to protect the girls with different rules from when you can shoot, or not even how to shoot, but when you can shoot at the net. You got to make sure there's no player in front of you, between you and the net. Well, right now, most of the girls are just starting out, so the girls' stick is all they know. It's the difference between a boys' field stick and a girls' field stick is that the boys' field stick has a deeper pocket, we call it, so the stick is deeper. The ball can be seated deep inside the stick, whereas in a girls' field stick, the ball, you have to be able to see a sliver of the ball above the rim when you hold it level and looking across the head of the stick. So it's very shallow, and it lends to not being able to shoot as hard. You can still shoot hard, but not as hard as you can with a boy stick. Well, they're learning very quickly. It's really good. It's a very athletic sport. There's a lot of eye-hand coordination with it, and they're picking it up very well. So that's the thing I would say I have noticed the most from the beginning practice till now. A lot of them were unable to really pass it or catch it. Now the majority of them can with no problem, and we're able to move the ball around some during some of our plays. When we're trying to set up plays, we're playing offense, defense, and then we get them to move to open positions, and then they were able to move the ball now so they can pass it and catch it. So that's a big plus to be moving that far ahead so quickly.
Well, that was absolutely amazing. But Chris, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of our April show. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Rhea Dukowitz.
And my name is Chris Doyle.
And we are signing off.